Voters say 25 crosses the line, at least when it comes to board members. Voters were asked this question: shall Rock Island County elect 15 board members from 3 districts with 5 members each? Essentially go from 25 board members to 15. And more than 70% of voters said yes. The question was put on the ballot thanks to a petition put together by Republican candidates. But as John Klossing explains, despite the overwhelming support for board reduction, the candidates themselves did not get the same kind of response.
For the first time in nearly 30 years, there was a Republican candidate up against a Democratic candidate in all 25 districts. But tradition continued at the polls last night, with voters once again choosing 20 Democrats and picking one more Republican, filling a vacant seat and bringing the number of Republicans up to 5. Despite the extensive campaigning of the Rock Island Clean the Slate group, Democrats ruled the county board votes at Tuesday's election.
I was disappointed because they all worked so hard.
Newly elected District 22 board member Drue Mielke says even though many of his fellow Republican candidates did not make the cut, there are a lot of fresh faces on the Democratic side, so he hopes that will shake things up.
About 7 or 8 people didn't even run this year, so this is going to be a whole different makeup of this board. So I'm not making any presumptions until we get in there and do our housekeeping the first meeting.
Returning District 11 board member Johnston says he's ready to work together with everyone and hopefully do something that's on everyone's minds, make the board more efficient.
There's a lot of new people, and that's a good sign on both sides. A lot of the Republicans that are coming in are new, so we'll get some fresh ideas. Sometimes we get stale. We need a more efficient and effective board. We need a different structure, in my view, than what we have right now.
While it's still unclear whether the ballot question will lead to a reduction of the board, both men say because it's what the people want, it will be one of the first things they look at.
We all need to listen to all the people, and the people clearly spoke that they wanted the board to be 15 members, and I'm going to do everything I can do to support that.
If it was possible to do it right now, I'd suggest that we do it, certainly.
We, of course, have been following several of our local races for the state legislature.